All right, so I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's kind of confused about where the MCU stands at this point, and it's really got me thrown for a loop. Cause like at first we are supposed to be going to the multiverse saga when it came to King the Conqueror. That made sense. Then we were supposed to be in a. It's been I think officially announced that we're in the mutant saga mainly because of Deadpool, but I think Kevin Feige and Marvel actually like formally announced that we're in the mutant saga. So at this point, I'm just curious, where are we? Are we in some type of hybrid saga where both the mutants and the multiverse are going to be pretty pivotal for the next big bad, which is apparently supposed to be Doctor Doom? Or are we really only in the multiverse saga? Because that's still being pushed, especially if you saw the end of Marvels, which again, I don't think was as bad as people were saying it was. If anything, the ending to the Marvels is the best example because of the ending and the fact that it merged the two concepts. So, where are we right now in the MCU? Let's try to figure that out, or at the very least, I'm just going to spell out why I'm confused. So, the multiverse saga has pretty much been where we've been ever since the end of Phase 3 in Avengers Endgame. We've more or less been there ever since. Maybe some of the other TV shows and things that popped up before like the first major movie, which I want to say was well, no, not even Eternals touched on the multiverse, so I don't know if that counts. I'm assuming it counts, but either way, that's just been my whole thing. Like when you got the multiverse saga, well, first we start off with the multiverse saga as soon as Phase 3 ended, and ever since then we've gotten a bunch of different movies that have pretty much leveraged that entire concept. You can say that WandaVision, the TV show WandaVision, played a role into introducing the multiverse because then it led to Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, where of course she was the main antagonist. Then of course you have Spider-Man No Way Home, which used it. And again, I know it's super fan servicey, but personally I liked it. Then you have the Marvels, which pretty much combines the mutant and multiverse saga concepts from there. Then of course you have Loki, which is the big one. Loki was the one that really brought it in. You have all these different IPs that were meant to tackle specifically the multiverse in preparation of Kang before Jonathan Majors got in trouble and his lawsuit led to his termination or separation from the role. But main due to Deadpool seem to be heading in the direction, if not already in, the mutant saga, especially because Deadpool and who? Wolverine, and they brought him in, and apparently Hugh Jackman is going to be reprising the Wolverine role again in the next, I don't know if it's necessarily the next Deadpool movie. Yeah, basically the next Avengers movie that they're going to change Doomsday. They changed it into Doomsday, which I believe Doomsday is supposed to be the movie where they officially bring Battle World into effect. So yeah, he's supposed to reprise his role there as well, which I'm pretty sure means there's going to be other versions, including Professor X. Pretty sure Professor X is going to make a return. There's supposed we may see alternate versions again of Captain America. Like maybe we'll see Captain Carter come back, after Wanda just freaking annihilated her. Pretty sure we'll see an alternate version of Monica Rambeau, her mother, because we saw her at the end of the Marvels. So, that version that again got annihilated by Scarlet Witch. We'll probably see a different alternate version there if that's important, which it seems to be. It's a few different things. But there's just been this weird blur where Doctor Strange primarily put us in the place of the multiverse saga, like that is officially what we're going into. And now that we have news that Denzel Washington is going to be cast as Dormammu, so multiverse definitely is still going to be like, I guess, the centerpiece of the next phase or two, from the way they're setting it up. It also teased us about other things that haven't happened yet. So you have the arrival of mutants. We have Patrick Stewart's Professor X coming back. That pretty much the hype of Doctor Strange, one of the things that fanned that flame was because we saw that Patrick Stewart's Professor X was supposed to make an appearance, and now we're like, oh cool, so now we're gonna start seeing more mutants trickle in. So the X-Men and Brotherhood of Evil and whoever the case is, we'll see them. We haven't seen many of them yet. We've only really prominently seen Wolverine now. Professor X has popped up here and there, but we're probably going to see more. But again, it makes you wonder, are we in the multiverse saga and we're like tiptoeing in the direction of the mutant saga that maybe will land in truly like in full force after the multiverse saga ends? And maybe that will also contain Spider-Man because he's technically a mutant, so he has like an indefinite invitation to join the X-Men at any time. So I wonder if they're going to leverage that as well. But it's just a weird blur. So now you got the mutants, and the things that primarily are bringing mutants forward. You have Namor in the Black Panther movie Wakanda Forever. Of course, you got Miss Marvel herself that's supposed to be a mutant. You got mainly Deadpool and Wolverine, just to name a few. And those are the ones that have cemented, like, okay, like we're taking the concept of mutants more seriously as well. Which you can argue that because of the way they hinted at Namor, they really were hinting at mutants being part of the bigger plot of things prior to the end of phase 3 anyway. So again, it makes you wonder, how steady are they like steering the ship? Like where are we now and where are we going basically? That's my whole thing. Cuz you have these two big concepts mixing together, and I don't know, based on the way Marvel is like advertising it, I don't know if we're actually strictly in the multiverse saga and they're bringing in mutants just like as additional characters, mainly because of Battle World when the Doomsday situation happens, or if we actually are in a hybrid like saga and a hybrid phase, and or maybe these next 2 to 3 phases are going to be hybrid phases that uses the mix of the two concepts to push out new content down the line, as well as introducing more characters, the MCU versions of these characters that we've been looking forward to for some time. Whether you're looking forward to Storm, if that's even reasonable, especially with the version of, like, we haven't seen on the big screen a version of Black Panther and Storm being married yet, and that's straight from the comics. So I wouldn't be surprised if you mix that with the demand of Damson Idris being placed into the Black Panther role, which I support that would be good casting. But if they were to do that, then introduce that through the Doomsday event, both the part 1 and part 2, whatever they choose to do, then that could be a good introduction to a different version of Black Panther with a good actor who would probably, maybe from his timeline, would be able to introduce us to the version of Black Panther where Black Panther and Storm are married. I actually really want to see that dynamic. It's a few different things, but I won't say it necessarily feels all over the place in terms of the content, or at the very least, that's not what I'm worried about when it comes to the quality of the movies and things they've been putting out. I'm literally just trying to figure out, where are we on this path? Because then people can kind of speculate of where we're going, how are you going to use these characters, what role or roles are they going to play in the future, stuff like that. So that's my whole thing. I'm just curious, where the heck are we right now? So go ahead and give me your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Are we in some type of hybrid saga era? Are we strictly in multiverse and they just introduced mutants as additional characters to use? Where the case is, like, what do you guys think on it? And maybe let me know if maybe some announcement's been made and I just missed it, because I'm pretty sure, like, they obviously introduced the multiverse saga, but I remember there being another announcement from Marvel that we are also entering the mutant saga, like, flat out. So it's like, where are we now? Yeah, guys, I'll go ahead and let you leave you with that. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. See you guys in the next one.